Indeed Flex is an Indeed product focused on innovating the temporary staffing market. What inspired Indeed Flex was the fact that it was an incredibly opaque market, and so job seekers were being forced into jobs that didn't suit their needs. For companies, we saw that a challenge that they faced was getting instant access to workers when they had last-minute surge demand or sometimes someone called sick. For large companies in particular, they tend to manage very large workforces consisting of their internal workers and agencies. And we found that through them not having the transparency and visibility over their workforce in one place, it led to very inefficient outcomes.
I can't tell you how many times we talk to customers and we say, really high level, how much do you spend on contingent labor? They look around the room, they say, you know what, actually we're not sure. If you don't even know how much you're spending, then what your success criteria are, what your fulfillment rate is by location or by manager, what your turnover rate is, all of those things end up becoming more opaque as well. Ultimately, if you think about it, it's not about how many temp labor support we have at any given site. If I need 100 people to be able to drive the throughput within my warehouse, I need 100 people. But if I have a turnover of 20% every week, then what happens is I actually need to bring in more people because they're not as productive on day one or week one, and they have to go through onboarding and training. And so you end up identifying there are a significant number of profit leaks that end up happening because of a revolving door of talent. 59% of operations managers actually cite controlling costs as their biggest challenge, but yet temporary staffing usage is continuing to increase.
One of the biggest challenges HR leaders face is actually managing a fluctuating workforce in the current market. And whether it's dealing with seasonal peaks or sudden staff shortages, it can be really hard to find quality workers quickly. And that leads to missed shifts as well as operational delays. Another issue that customers face is compliance. HR teams often struggle to ensure all workers are properly vetted and compliant with labour laws, especially when managing multiple agencies.
Indeed Flex is a fully digital solution, giving employers and job seekers the control and choice that they need to meet their staffing needs and their work needs. Through our solution, we solve the challenges by giving employers complete transparency and giving workers complete visibility. At its core, Indeed Flex is a marketplace connecting job seekers and employers for temporary engagements. We call those job seekers flexers. Flex Plus is an extension of our marketplace that connects not only our flexers with our employers, but also their own internal employees and their agencies, giving them complete visibility of their entire workforce.
As a client, if you want to come to a single place where you can see your internal workers, other agency workers, or workers from Flex, and you want to see all their skill sets, all of their ratings that they've ever done, literally just in one place, that's what Flex is ultimately delivering. Clients will post demand for shifts that they need, and then that goes through our matching system. And on the other side of that, workers can download an app, figure out what jobs they have skills for, and get onboarded for those skills. And once we onboard them for those skills, then we can instantly match them. We're using a whole bunch of data to inform that. Things like skill sets, have they worked at the venue? How often have they worked? Once you book a job, we help confirm that you're going to work the job. We help clock you in and out at the right periods of time. We help give you feedback as to how you've done through that job. That's usually from the client's perspective. And then we help pay you. That's the most important part for a worker, is getting paid. The client usually starts by adding demand, but there's so much more to it. Not only can they manage temporary workers, but they can manage their internal workers as well, all in one place. We give them a rota and a schedule view so they can see exactly who is coming each day, where they're going to be scheduled, what shifts they're going to be scheduled for, etc. We ultimately have a reporting solution that not only provides insights into how their fulfillment is going, but also shows them ways to prevent churn going forward and keep high quality workers on site.
There are really two key ways that Indeed Flex helps our clients to reduce cost. First, we help them to have visibility into the success of their different staffing partners. So you know who's doing the best. When you know who's doing the best, you're able to prioritize the best staffing agencies. So you know that if one has a really high turnover rate, you're able to ensure that you're reducing the orders that go to them and prioritizing your best agencies. The Indeed Flex marketplace really puts that strategy into overdrive. We're able to identify the best workers from the feedback loop that all of our clients give us. In addition to that, we're able to track a huge amount of data, the no-shows, if they're on time or not, and we then prioritize the best flexers to get the best work. When you do that, you're able to have a certain amount of consistency and quality on day one of an assignment. This helps to have a really strong workforce that you can bring back peak after peak after peak. So when you have a peak in demand, you bring in a group of really strong workers. And then when you have that drop, that's fine. We're able to redeploy those workers into other locations and other clients. So when you have that peak again, you're not getting a whole slew of new candidates. You're getting the same workers that you thumbs up and said you liked in the past.
And this makes filling shifts during busy periods super easy and super fast. And on the compliance side, all workers on our platform go through rigorous verification checks. So HR managers can be rest assured that everyone they hire meets the necessary legal and skill requirements.
And lastly, all of this is starting to be accomplished via AI. This is absolutely game-changing. Before traditional staffing, you would typically talk to an account executive, having to manage all of this through emails, SMS, and who knows if you're going to actually get a quality worker at the end of this. We're allowing you to interact with our AI 24/7 and allow you to change demand, remove a worker, accept a forecast about future demand. And all of this just happens within a nanosecond. It empowers you to understand your entire business and manage all of your workers in a single place.
The investments Indeed Flex is making in automation and AI is going to completely transform the way people get access to work and workers. And we're thoroughly confident that it's going to create a much better experience for both job seekers and employers. Currently, Indeed Flex is available in the United States of America and the United Kingdom. We have over 100,000 quality verified workers across both countries, focusing on hourly work in hospitality, light industrial, and the retail space. Our ambition is to become the largest employer in the world within 10 years so that everyone gets access to this.
Whether it's to quickly fill gaps with top-rated workers or to gain total control over an entire workforce, Flex empowers businesses to stay ahead in a constantly changing environment. And in the end, this new way of managing staffing isn't just about filling shifts. It's about building a smarter, more agile workforce that drives long-term success for our customers.